guys, this is Mary. You're watching Cardz TV. Today we're going to make a cute little card for my husband's birthday. It's coming up this week, and we'll be using the Cricut cartridge from my kitchen. We've got two cute 6x6 paper pads. This one is Sweet Day from Echo Park, and then we have Simple Stories Homespun. And I got both of these from the Royal Castle Shop on Facebook, and I'll have a link for you at the end of the video and also on my blog. The stamp set we'll be using is one of my new sets. This is Cardz TV Sugar Rush, and we're going to use Loving You as Easy as Pie. We're going to start with a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base, and this is some craft cardstock, and this is a portrait style card. And I cut this at 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored it at 5 1/2, and folded it. On top of that, we're going to add this red cardstock mat, and this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'll get this adhered to the front of the card with my ATG gun. Now we're going to set this aside, and I've got this cute paper. This is from the Simple Stories stack. It has an ivory background with all these little different colored hearts. Just love that one. And then from the Sweet Day stack, I have this little border I'm going to put at the bottom, and this has words on it. It's got kindness, sunshine, friendship, bliss, carefree, dreaming, lovely. It's just cute little paper. And this is from Sweet Day, like I said. And I cut this little border at, let me think, 1 3/4 by 4 inches. I'm going to adhere this to the bottom, and then I took my EK Success Scallop Punch, and this is some solid marigold yellow that also came from the Simple Story stack, and I've gone ahead and punched this out. I first cut it at 1 inch by 4. Well, it will be 4 inches, but I cut it at 1 inch. Then I used my punch to get the scalloped border, and I left it longer because I want to line up my scallops evenly along here. And I took my white gel pen. This is a Uniball, and it works really well. And I put a little dot in each one of the scallops. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere these two together and then get this adhered, and then I'll trim this off on the sides, and then this will go on the front of the card. Now I'll just flip this over and trim these ends off. And that's going to go just like that. Now, to go on the front of the card, I used the From My Kitchen cartridge, and on page 67, there's this little pie with a cherry on top. And let me show you the little pie. There it is right there. I cut the bottom of the pie out of a darker craft. It's actually the same craft as the card base. The top of the pie I cut out of a lighter craft, and then I used red and green for the leaves and the cherry on top. And I wanted to add a little bit more to it because it looked a little plain, and I did cut this at 2 1/2 inches. So for the top of the pie, I used this Paper Studio quarter foil embossing folder, and it kind of gave it a lattice-like look like you might see on a cherry pie. And I wanted to add some little hearts in keeping with the hearts on the paper, so I used my small Studio G heart punch. Lots of you have asked where I got this. I got this at my Walmart. Not all Walmarts will carry this, but Michael's does carry Studio G products, so you might try there if you can't find this at your Walmart. But I went ahead and cut 3 and put them right down here on the little pie plan. And I've got this on 1 thickness of foam tape, and I'm going to add that right there. Now for my sentiment, I used the Cardz TV Sugar Rush stamp set. And I've cut 2 little banners. Don't know if you can see that. I cut one out of white and one out of red. And I used some Memento Tuxedo black ink and stamped my sentiment. And then I just offset those little banners. This is on 1 thickness of foam tape. And this is going to go right up here in the corner. And then to balance out the card, I've cut some more hearts. Once again, I used the small heart, and then this is a larger heart. This is from KI Memories, and this also came from my Walmart. So you might check Michael's for that one as well. But I'm going to put one here at an angle, the larger one, and then the smaller one right here at an angle. And I'll put these on with my 2-way glue pen. I'll get all this adhered down, and then I'm going to use this clear Wink of Stella pen on the cherry and the hearts. I'm finishing up on this last little heart with the Wink of Stella pen, and this is going to add just a little bit of sparkle and shine. And there's my finished card. I hope you can see that little bit of sparkle. So that's for my husband's birthday. I'll just stamp happy birthday inside and write an additional sentiment, sign my name, but you could use this card for lots of different occasions. I think it turned out really, really cute. Thank you so much for stopping by today and spending some time with me. And I appreciate all your nice comments, and thank you so much for subscribing. And I'll see you again soon with another card. Bye now.